We like to call it the Supernatural Hour. And now, our hosts.
Welcome to the Supernatural Hour. I'm Raven.
This is Rogue.
This is Doc.
This is Jess.
And this is Chad.
So, you ready for my junk drawer?
I am ready.
So, it's a list. It even
list?
It even says on there, Halloween Superstitions List. It says list on it. Can you guys see it? Everyone's zooming in today. We're Googling in because Zoom sucks. Yes, I said it.
Okay.
I said it. Google Meets is better. Okay, so our Halloween superstition list. Now, here's the deal, though, is there's a whole bunch here. So I'm just going to we'll just talk about them until we get tired. And in fact, there's more than one list. There's Halloween superstitions list, owl superstition list, cemetery superstition list. There's more than one list here. So not only do I have a list.
You have multiple lists.
I have multiple lists.
You have lists of lists.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So you ready? All right. So here we go. Some of the superstitions about just Halloween in general. One of the old Halloween superstitions say that souls trapped in purgatory are set free for 48 hours on All Hallows Eve. If you wear your clothing inside out and walk backwards on Halloween, you will see a witch at midnight. Have you guys heard this one before?
I've heard something like that.
No? Okay.
I never really wanted to see the witch, so I never tried it as a kid.
And I don't know that I want to either. At midnight on Halloween, if you light a new orange-colored candle and let it burn until sunrise, you'll receive good luck. Sounds like a fire hazard to me. But
Hope the house doesn't burn down.
But maybe that's your good luck. If you wake up in the morning and your house is still intact and your fire alarm hasn't gone off, you've got good luck. This is one that I've actually heard. If you stand at a crossroad on Halloween night, it will attract spirits traveling the earth to you. And the superstition says that the spirits will whisper about your future. But you have to be careful because crossroads are a dangerous place where a man can sell his soul to the devil. So, you can either find out secrets of the future or you can sell your soul. Guess it's up to you. But the interesting thing, thieves and suicides would intentionally be buried at crossroads to make it difficult for their ghosts to know which road led back home. So there's that. If you bury some animal bones or a picture of an animal near your doorway on Halloween, it's supposed to prevent ghosts from coming into your house. Seeing a spider on Halloween means the spirit of a loved one is watching over you. If you live in England, a little shout out to our English listeners, they have a superstition that says nuts can be used as magic charms. And this is because they believe the devil would gather and use nuts. So that sounds like it would be bad magic charms. That's just me. And now I'm worried because I was eating walnuts while we were podcasting, and now I'm wondering what that says about me. But anywho, let's see. How about some we spend a lot of time in cemeteries. We're going to be not podcasting from a cemetery. We are going to be investigating the cemetery. So here's some cemetery superstitions. When you go past a graveyard or any place where someone has died, you must turn your pockets inside out so you don't bring a ghost home with you, because they'll just
hop in your pockets.
Hop in your pocket. And I think anybody knows this. One of the common superstitions say that plowing or digging into land that has a body buried in it is bad luck. If you watch Poltergeist, I think you figured that one out.
Digging swimming pools.
Uh-huh. An old cemetery superstition states that in a new graveyard, the body that fills the first grave will always be claimed by the devil. So Germans would avoid this curse by burying a dog or a pig first into the cemetery.
A workaround.
Mm-hmm. Being buried in a grave on the south side of the church is the holiest location in the cemetery. Now, my kids heard this next one. And my kids would do this when they were little. We'd drive past the cemetery. They would hold their breath. It says a common superstition says you must hold your breath while driving past a cemetery. If you breathe, each breath can wake a spirit, making a spirit jealous or letting it enter your body. So my kids would hold their breath every time we passed a cemetery. There's one that we drive past a lot. And so me, being the person I am, as soon as they did this, I would drive slower.
It's messed up.
It's like, oh yeah?
Trying to kill your children.
You're going to hold your... Let's see how long you can hold your breath, kiddos. Anyway, they'd be like, Mom! She tried to hold their breath and yell at me at the same time. And then I would laugh. Okay. I liked this one. Pointing at a grave will make your finger rot off. So don't point at a grave unless you want things to fall off. An old superstition says sharing a grave with a stillborn child is a guaranteed way into heaven. The adult will guide and comfort the baby to make sure the child finds its way into paradise. If you go to a funeral and hear thunder soon after, it means the deceased soul has made it to heaven. Owl superstitions. Owls eat the souls of the dying when they swoop down to earth.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd never heard that before. Owls have been associated with death throughout history, so it's said to be a death omen if an owl perches on your roof or constantly hoots nearby. Some believe it can be the death of a job, a relationship, or something other than physical death. An abandoned house with an owl living in it is likely a haunted house because owls can happily exist with ghosts nearby.
There was a movie about aliens, and they said like an owl, if it was nearby, it meant like an alien thing. And I never saw the movie, but I heard about it. And right around that time, I heard like a hoo-hoo outside my window. And I was like, I don't have a tree out there. And it was on the top of the like roof just above my window. I was like, great, there's an alien.
Yeah, superstitions are awesome.
Weird, yeah.
Okay, so you've all heard black cat superstitions, right? If it crosses the road, what does it do?
It gets to the other side.
Yeah, yes, it does.
They can't decide which way to go because it's a cat.
Yeah, so in North America,
I thought it was a chicken that crossed the road.
yeah, they cross the road to get to the other side.
Black cats cross your path, though. That's bad.
Yes, they do. So in North America, black cat crossing your path is bad luck. White cat is good luck. But if you live in Ireland, Japan, and Britain, a white cat is bad luck and a black cat is good luck. Why? People in Britain, we love you. Why do you do everything backwards?
They drive on the other side of the road. They've got white cats and black cats mixed up.
We love you. Don't stop listening to us. Let's see. So we're not going to talk about cats because we know about cats. I did not know that there were spider superstitions. Did you know that there were spider superstitions?
No, I didn't.
I hate spiders with a fiery passion. I literally have my bug guy by name in my contacts on my phone. And I text him things like, I had to kill my own black widow today. When are you coming over?
I mean, black widows, I'd be afraid of that too.
Mm-hmm. Now, keep in mind, I grew up with him. I mean, we grew up together. Our grandpas were in World War II together. But I do. I hate spiders with a passion. So I am not happy about some of these superstitions. You ready? So spiders living in your home are a sign of good fortune. No, they are not. I am sorry. Because if you have a spider in your home, you are not fortunate. If you find a... Jessica's
Is it opposite if you kill it?
I don't know. Maybe if you live in Great Britain because they do everything backwards. Okay. If you find a spider web across your door, expect a visitor to arrive soon. It will probably be me who will walk through the spider web, and then I have to do that spider web dance. You've seen that dance?
Ugh.
I hate
Yep.
that dance. If you see a spider on Halloween, it means a dead one is watching over you.
Well, that's kind of nice.
This next one is not very nice. Consuming a spider syrup can break a fever. And, I don't even want to know what exactly constitutes a spider syrup.
Doc, let's get your thoughts on this. Spider syrup.
Spider syrup sounds disgusting.
I know, right? I mean, do you stew
And
them? Add a little sugar?
yeah,
What-
I'm willing to bet it doesn't have much medicinal benefit. Besides maybe to help you vomit. I don't know. Who'd want to try to drink spider syrup? Ugh.
No, I'm not going to try it. I don't care how much good luck it brings me. Oh, it's breaking a fever. That's what Tylenol's for. Okay. Stepping on a spider will bring rain. So if you're having a drought, just go out and stomp a spider.
You're probably okay with that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Apparently
I
you're
guess
not doing it enough of it around here.
I know. Okay. Seeing a spider climb on the wall means your hopes and dreams will come true. Why are all the spiders good stuff? Why aren't the spiders bad and the owls good? Owls are cute.
Because spiders eat all the awful bugs that eat everything.
Ugh. Seeing a spider on a wedding dress means good luck is coming. Here we go. Black and white. A black spider living above your bed will bring misfortune. A white spider living above your bed will bring good luck. Probably unless you live in a different country. Seeing a spider building its web means your hard work will bring an increased income. Do you guys want a few more, or are you done?
Well, I kind of wanted to go back real quick to the stuff with the cemetery. I have a Halloween and cemetery moment. My friend had like 3 cemeteries around our house. So, of course, on Halloween, what do? Go up in there. I was horrified, scared, can't do all that because growing up, no way of anything scary. Well, I'm walking by, just randomly, I go, wouldn't it be crazy if there was someone that died like at the same time you were there? And the very next thing I looked at, headstone, they said they died on October 31st. And I was like, that's just weird. So I'm not sure what that was about, but combo of possibly a ghost cemetery letting me think about it on Halloween.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to read just a couple more. These are just kind of generic, common ones, but some of these I haven't heard of before. So apparently walking around a ghost 9 times will make it disappear.
Okay, we got our new ghost.
It's our new cleansing
Zapper.
method. It's okay. Walk in a circle.
Stay right there. We're going around you 9 times.
You know I'm going to try that now. But we're going to try that.
They'll probably laugh at you in their ghost laugh.
I know. And can you see the homeowners going, oh my gosh, they've gone crazy. Singing while eating food can attract a witch. I don't know that I've ever eaten and sang a song at the same time, but apparently I have never done that because I've never summoned a witch. Sparrows are believed to carry the souls of the dead. They seem like a cute little bird to be doing that. If you put a knife with a black handle under your pillow, it can ward off nightmares. So there you go. Halloween superstitions.
Interesting. The Halloween Superstitions Junker was brought to you by the Hub Theater, the Town Hub Theater in American Fork. And just go to the Hub for all of your entertainment needs. If you're out on YouTube, you might have noticed our YouTube thumbnail sketches or pictures have improved dramatically. We want to thank McKay for doing our YouTube art. He's done that. He also helped with the photos for the poster for the movie theater.
He is a digital wonder. At least he's way better than me. So
he's doing the artwork for the thumbnails, and we really appreciate his help on that.
So shout out to McKay. Woohoo!
Woohoo! Well, it sounds like we've had some residentials. So I am excited to hear what happened at these residentials. Sounds like we've had 2.
Yeah, so remember our last podcast? I said we had a residential, but I didn't go and I don't know anything about it, and I sounded super lame.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, so I found out about it. It's a rental, and they've been having a hard time renting it. And so the owner thought maybe there's something paranormal that's keeping it from being rented. And so they had our team come over, and there was some broken glass in one of the windows and some ash, like cigarette smoke ash. And so they figured, some kids have broken in, to come smoke in the building. And they didn't think that was paranormal. They figured that was just vandalism. But when they went in, they had like an attic access, with a board. You just lift the board, slide it over, and it was all skiwampus. Well, as they were doing the investigation, they made contact with the original homeowner who was still in the house. Apparently, he moved that board trying to scare those kids out of the house. So that was interesting. I guess there was several spirits in there that were just kind of tooling around, nothing malevolent. They made contact with a lady and a couple other spirits. Nothing really super crazy, other than the homeowner moving the board. But they were able to, take care of everything that was there, and we'll have to just see if they are able to rent it out anytime soon.
Yeah, maybe we can get an update on that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then
what happened the other day?
So
last night?
Yeah, last night we went on one, and the homeowner, she was probably in her 60s?
Yeah.
And she said that when she was younger, she actually had to have a sort of an exorcism performed on her, and seemed to live life fine. And she didn't think she was possessed again. but she did have activity going on in her house. She was seeing shadows. She has a craft room, and she was in doing crafts. And she said, I walked out just, to fill up a cup of water and went back into the room. She says, I was gone for 30 seconds. And when I went back in, everything was knocked over. And there was something that she normally keeps in the bottom drawer that was in the middle of the table. And she's like, I did not get that out. And there was no one in the house that would have run in there in that 30 seconds and gotten it out. She complained about just a very dark feeling in the basement. And her son and his family actually live there right now in the basement. And they actually... With them, yeah. And they have some, very unsettled feelings going on. So we went over. I actually listened to those EVPs today. I can be really bad at listening to my EVPs, and I didn't get anything. I did hear an audible whisper, but we didn't catch it on a recording. These spirits love to play with the flashlights, so there was a lot of flashlight play. Ethan found a portal. I mean, it was a good investigation, but not a lot of evidence. I was disappointed. I was really hoping we'd get some EVPs. But we cleansed the house. The interesting thing is when we pulled up to the house, I got out of the car and I'm like, I have got the worst headache all of a sudden. When we went into the house, the homeowner was telling us that she got really bad headaches. And the daughter said that she got really bad headaches. And I looked at the team and I'm like, what did I say when I got out of the car? And they're like, you said you got a really bad headache. And she said, it only seems to affect the women.
I didn't get a really bad headache.
So you're not a woman.
I was going to say I'd be worried about carbon monoxide, but it could be ghosts, I guess.
All right. Well, I think it just, because her husband and her son or son-in-law, I don't remember which one. Was it her daughter?
I think it was her son. I'm not positive.
Anyway.
The son and the husband don't get
the
headaches.
the men didn't complain about getting the headaches. So
much for your carbon monoxide theory, Doc.
No carbon monoxide.
I suppose. You win this one.
Selective carbon monoxide.
Yeah, as we were going around the house, there was definitely some places that felt darker. She said they could hear her granddaughter talking to someone. And through the course of the investigation, the granddaughter actually had a protective spirit that was with her. And she was talking to the protective spirit. But, one of the things that she said was they would hear voices, and I heard a whisper, at least.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't tell what it said, and I listened to that recording 100 times. And, I enhanced it, I turned it up, I wore different headphones, but it wasn't on the recording, which was disappointing because I was hoping I could hear what it said. But they seem happy. They didn't call me today. Usually if things don't work, they call, but they didn't call, so.
No, it felt a lot lighter when we left. Everybody mentioned that.
Yeah, even the visible light was a lot lighter.
The rooms did seem brighter than when we got there. And that's kind of strange because the lights were all on when we got there and it was kind of, dusk time, and then it got darker as far as the time of day, but it seemed to get lighter in the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's always good when it feels successful.
Oh, yeah. It actually turned out to be one Type 3, and then he had like 3 little Type 3 minions with him. They were trying to take over the world, I guess you could say, but they were kind of wimpy.
Well, fun.
So, yeah, I think it turned out well.
That's good you guys were out there, take care of everything. And I say it's fun. Like, how fun.
How terrifying for those people, but how
right?
fun for
Their
us.
misery, how fun for us.
Well, and one thing I've noticed about when we run into these Type 3s, the ones we typically run into, they're fairly
lower level,
benign, I hope it stays that way. I don't want to run into any that are more powerful. But even though these little demonic entities don't have a whole lot of power, they can project to be a lot bigger and scarier than they are.
And they do that with people that aren't informed or knowledgeable about what's really going on.
They're fairly easy to deal with when they're the level that we typically deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they can just project themselves to be a lot scarier than they really are. When you get in there and kind of call them out, think of a bully. The bullies pretend like they're all this and all that, but when you call them on it, they back off.
Yeah, the vast majority will back off when confronted. They don't want to be challenged. They just want to intimidate. Investigations were brought to you by Oteo's Restaurant. We've got a story about Oteo's for you.
We do. I do.
You do.
What's my story?
You ate there.
Oh, I did. Yeah, last podcast I said I was going to. October.
This was the whole thing, and it's boy, you are running on unicorn dust right now because
Holy cow. Maybe we should stop and record another day.
I was expecting some kind of big crazy story. You're like, I ate there.
No,
I was
okay.
like, ooh, what happened?
No, we've been telling people on podcast for 100 podcasts. We'll go eat there. We never do. And then last podcast I said I'm going to eat there. And this time I can say I did. And it was as good as I remember. It was even better. I went with my siblings. My siblings and I have never done anything, just the four of us, on our own.
without your parents.
Without my parents being there. My parents have a barbecue. We all go over. And we get along. We just have never done anything. And I kind of said, our parents are getting to that age that they're not going to be around very long. We should probably, learn to do stuff, to keep together. And I mean, we talk, but we just have never all four of us done something. So there we are sitting there at the restaurant, and they actually quite liked it. They all loved it. We got appetizers, which I don't know that we've done appetizers there before.
I don't think we have.
And then we got dessert. And since we've done investigations with the owner, he saw us out there, and we ordered one dessert, and then he sent us out the other dessert. The waitress came out. She's like, the owner says you got to try this. And everything was fantastic. So the desserts we got, I don't remember what the one was. The one we ordered, they were both good. The one we ordered was like churro sticks. But not churros like, think of a churro, but like a fresh, homemade, really good churro. With like a dipping sauce.
I would have liked to have thought of that, but I didn't have one brought home to me.
You did not.
I did, however, have a filet mignon brought home to me.
I did bring you dinner.
Which was fabulous. Very, very well done. Cooked to perfection as a medium rare.
Yep. Very good. So if you're in the Utah County area, or if you're in the Utah area, definitely worth stopping by. Absolutely worth it.
That's Oteo's. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, we'll have the information above, on the screen for you.
Yep.
So, Jess, do you have a stone for us?
Yeah, so normally I pick from like these cards and see what comes up, but I recently got this like cool ring, and it's Labradorite. So it has like that flash of almost looks like an eyeball with like this blue color.
That's pretty.
And yeah, I think so. I was thinking like, oh, let me look into what's up with that. So it has like enhances psychic abilities, brings spiritual growth, protects against negativity, aids in developing intuition, and balances emotions. And I will tell you, I need that. My work makes my emotions go up and down. So maybe it was like calling to me. I don't know.
Send us a picture of your ring, and we'll put it up on the YouTube
for sure.
when we run this.
Sounds good.
Awesome. I think it's pretty. That one. Every time
Thank
I hear
you.
of a stone, I was like, I need that one. I need that one. I need that one. If I had all the
Right.
stones that I need, I couldn't walk.
Oh man, there's people with like giant collections where it's like a whole thing. I was supposed to go potentially to a gem show this weekend where, they have just gemstones and minerals and all that stuff all over the place to buy. And you're like, I don't need all of these. What am I going to do with it? Just sit it down and collect dust? But it's just so pretty.
I know. I rotate them out sometimes, and then sometimes I'll go a long time without carrying any, and then I think maybe I should carry some. Anyway, I love stones.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Jess.
All right, stay spooky, my haunty friends.
Love you, Nicholas.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Hey, have a good night.
You've been listening to the Supernatural Hour at AdvancedParanormal.com. The Supernatural Hour is part of the Radio Ronin network found at RadioRonin.com. Copyright by Advanced Paranormal Services.